everybody. Welcome to the Green Room from Cannabis 2022. Hey, Derek.
Hey, Jackie.
Just making sure you're still here.
I'm here.
Down at the end of this 8-foot table. Derek, who do we have with us at the table? Tell us.
We got David Hyde from Hyde Advisory and CannaNavigators.
And his lovely wife and business partner.
Right.
Is that what we say?
That's who I am.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
That's what you do. Pauline, welcome first time to the Green Room. Welcome
Thank
to our
you.
table. I'm very excited. We've invited a lot of really strong, interesting, inspiring women to the table. Look it, it's kind. Yeah. Well, you guys are both super kind and extremely supportive of what we've been doing at Cannabis Wiki. As most people know, we have a conference and expo coming June 15th and 16th in London, and you were right out of the gate supporting and have been supporting ever since. And and haven't
Even
missed
before that, we really appreciate it.
Yeah, like and I mean the posts and everything that you're doing, we do really appreciate it. Thank you for joining us
It's
again.
our pleasure.
It's an absolute pleasure. You guys are staples in the industry. People love talking to you. You guys really bring out the best in people.
We try and have some fun.
You're a lot of fun. And we're just, we're grateful to be able to support and build us up.
So, thank you. So, I hear, well, a little bird told me that David has some exciting new things happening. Would you like to tell us about the exciting new things happening?
Yeah, sure, Jackie. I'm happy to just share a little bit of news. I mean,
little.
Yeah, I'm going to keep it nice and brief as I try. I'm English and we tend to talk a lot, but I will keep this brief.
Okay, I won't interrupt.
Yeah, no. We're formulating a new company or have now launched called Cannabis Global Consultants. We realize that our Canadian clients needs help and support, and we've got a very dedicated to that group, but that we need to span our wings a little bit, and there are global opportunities for us to share our Canada experience and work with companies around the world. So we've launched Cannabis Global Consultants. It's 4 companies that have all come together to kind of offer a turnkey consulting solution to new entrants to the global medical cannabis market around the world. And we're very excited to have launched a website just in the last few days on that front.
Can you get me weed in Italy? Sorry.
Wouldn't that be
We'll
nice?
try and put a word in for you,
We'll
but
put a word in.
there's no work to do there on that side, in that country particularly.
You can't send out a bird or something. I don't know. What is it? CannaNavigators. Don't they navigate the Canna?
Yeah,
we
do.
navigate, we do.
Okay, and that is very exciting. I mean, on a global level, who's somebody that we should be watching that maybe people aren't right now?
In terms of global aspirations, well, look,
global.
there's definitely some Canadian companies based in Canada that are doing a lot globally. There are some global-centric players as well. This has been really slowed down because of COVID, Jackie. I'm now seeing a lot of signs that we get a lot of calls, a lot of clients. We talk to governments as well, actually, work with governments in some countries. We're seeing a lot of signs that the medicinal cannabis side is going to be really growing now. So many countries coming out of COVID, they need new industries. Yeah. They need to make up for some of the losses that they've experienced during COVID.
I can imagine.
The various kind of aspects of their economic success, if you will. Some countries, it'll be a domestic market. Some countries will be an export market. Yeah. But medical cannabis is growing, and it will be coming into more countries legally across the world.
Mm. Wow, for sure. I listen and I believe. You said it is coming, it will be coming. And medical is how we started this originally, right?
Absolutely.
Wasn't it the medical? It was the patients that pushed forward. So, okay, well, before we even talk more about what Mr. Hyde has going on, what about what is it Mrs. Hyde?
Mrs. Hyde?
What Mrs. Hyde is going on her very first podcast, her very first announcement, her very first endeavor that she wants to talk about on the Green Room.
It's an exclusive announcement.
There we go.
And the only place to do it is right here. Right, guys?
Yeah, that's a good one.
Would it be appropriate to say that you guys are popping my cherry?
There you go.
Is
So appropriate.
Am I allowed to say that?
Yes, you are.
There's nothing you're not allowed to say on the Green Room, please.
Yeah. You know what? This has been supporting my husband and working alongside him for so many years and getting the privilege of working with so many incredible people in this industry. I feel really privileged to be here right now, and I've been able to see things from a different lens than what David sees. And I will say, a testament to how awesome I think you are. David spends most of his time doing work that we don't get paid for, because we have clients that are struggling. And these are people that we kind of consider a little bit of family. We help them get licensed. We've helped them work down the road. And now we're really seeing them struggle. And David takes it personally. And for us, they're friends. You know, if we all don't succeed together, we're not going to succeed.
Right.
That's what this is all about.
Collaboration.
It absolutely is. So,
Totally true.
you know, I give the team, the CannaNavigators and the Hyde Advisory and David, all the credit for becoming the problem solvers. Issues are different right now than they used to be, and we're facing different problems.
Very different, yes.
And that's kind of what started to stem this great new thing that I'm working on that I'm very excited to share. So I'm launching a website called Cannabis Market Space. And
Cannabis Market Space?
Cannabis
Okay.
Market Space. Ah, there it is.
There you go. Can I see it?
You sure can.
Okay.
And you know what? It's a great platform. What we're finding is a lot of our clients are reaching out. They're either looking to sell the equipment they have, or they're looking to buy something that they don't
Wow.
need. So it's kind of like a one-stop cannabis industry website.
That's
On this
awesome.
website, we're going to be highlighting all of the businesses and retails that we have for sale on the Hyde Advisory site. So they'll be
you.
amplified a little bit more and kind of shown in a bit of a different light. And then more importantly, you can list new and used
Equipment.
cannabis equipment
I have
right on the
some that's
site.
looking for a home to be
And
listed.
listen, everybody's been sitting on a bunch of stuff and you don't know what to do with it. Log on, create an absolutely free account. The platform is there to serve the industry.
Like a Facebook Marketplace type thing?
That's
like a
exactly
marketplace
what- that's
portal,
exactly
job
what it is, my
portal,
friend.
event, but even more. It's way more than that.
Well, we thought since we're going to have the platform and we're going to launch, and we get the privilege to sit here with
Derek, you wanna
Derek
see?
and with Jackie and be able to share this platform, we're going to expand it out to. We're going to do a job portal. There's going to be an event listings that we're hoping Cannabis Speaky might want to post all their events
Oh, of
on.
course
Absolutely.
And then of
would.
course service providers, right? So it's going to be a one-stop shop for cannabis.
So when I said to you,
Yeah,
we
I
can
like this.
post our things like a buy and sell or like a marketplace. Would it be the stuff that, like, I have equipment, say 20,000, 30,000, 60,000? Can that get listed there?
Absolutely, it can.
Oh,
If it's yours and
it's
you
mine.
need to get
Yeah.
rid of it, you
Yeah, I need to
just
get rid of
create
it.
your free account, list it. We're gonna, we're gonna do some great social media. We're gonna do
Cool.
some great promoting in the hopes that we're providing a service to the industry that I feel is missing.
Is missing because now then the stuff that you in what David does, now you've seen what's missing, and well, we could add this and we should add this. We should have this marketplace, a job search, an
You know,
event search. That's
we've
really
had
cool.
clients reach out that are,
They've sold the
they're-
property, but now they have all that stuff.
They're sitting on everything and they're trying to recoup as much money as they can. And it kind of started getting my wheels turning. And then seeing on social media, people would post, I'm looking for this. Do you know somebody? Or I'm looking for a job. Do you know somebody that can get me into the cannabis industry? And I'm new to social media. So this is all kind of new to me. And I felt that there was something missing. And when I researched, I'm realizing there really is nothing in the industry that covers that need. So
Absolutely.
I'm kind of really proud of this. So, I mean, we're putting it out there. We're going to do the best we can to represent the industry and give you guys a platform to come together,
I
and
think
we're
it's
all
great.
in one place. It's very exciting.
And if I can just add, Jackie, really importantly, this is her project. I have not interfered. I've not, I've been consulted a couple of minor times, but really not. Pauline's been working with a great team around her and has done this off her volition with her team. It's not been,
that's
I've
very
not been
kind.
involved. Just to be fair, she's done a great job.
You know
of
what?
preparing it.
They're smiling at each other and they're dimpling at
I
each
just-
other. And
I
the
adore him.
cannabis connection here.
I do. You know what? And that is one of the
fun.
banners on the website, the Cannabis Connection, because that's what we're doing. And it's just amazing that you said that, because I feel like
Wow.
that's
yeah.
what this
That's what I
is.
feel as we're talking and when
That's
we're speaking
awesome.
about this marketplace. It's like what you're building. This is community and collaboration and connection. There we go. Like,
That's right.
like
Absolutely.
you're so the big movers are the properties for sale or the LPs no longer, but you sitting on all this stuff and how do we move
The
it? and how
jobs
do we-
portal too.
The job
That's
portal
really
is
neat.
well.
That's huge. Yeah, it's
know,
really a one-stop shop, right? Danny?
You know what? I've had the pleasure of working with, like I said, some really incredible people in this space. And when you reach out to friends that are in the same place you are, we're all working towards something better than what it is right now, and we're all doing that together. You know how wonderful people are, and they want to help. When I reach out to friends about the job portal, we're looking to launch this. Do you want to help populate? I mean, there's no hesitation. And that's the type of people we want to surround ourselves
Yeah.
with, right? Like people like us, we support each other, we love each other, we're all
It's
working
more
towards
fun when
something.
we're all excited and we're all
It's
doing
just
well.
brilliant. It really, really is.
It's what else you got going on, David?
Well, we're
think
doing,
there's a whole bunch of-
yeah. Look, I mean, there's through Hyde Advisory, we do a lot of M&A work in the cannabis space, but it's changing, right? The access to money is a little tight, Jackie, out
Yes.
there, as we all know, right?
Yes, very well
And
aware
it
of
makes
that.
it tough for some of the companies, but some of these companies have built amazing businesses, and they're on the precipice of something great, and they run out of operating funds, right? So it's difficult for some of those folks. So we're working with groups to either try to find them that capital if we can, but if we can't even, are there mergers, are there partnerships? How can we help each other? How can this group that's missing these pieces be matched with this group that's missing these pieces? And now they're kind of a whole that works together, and we kind of save maybe those jobs that might have been lost or keep those businesses viable.
Doesn't that make sense?
There's a lot of that
That's
in
smart,
place. Yeah.
right? Really,
That's the way to do it.
Instead of
Again.
losing the jobs completely, let's try and work together where we can,
Again,
you know,
collaboration, right?
That
trying
word,
trying
yep.
to get to the same place.
Because it's difficult times out there, it has been challenging in some cases. So we really like to try to say to people, you may have to compromise a little. No one can get everything that they want in a market that's like it is now.
Right.
But let's pull together the knowledge, the thinking, the resources. So we've been very successful in doing that. And there are new entrants coming in. There are people that buy into an industry when it is challenged. Right, that's very common
right.
out there. It's
Yeah.
happened in .com.
Yeah.
It's happened in many industries. So we're seeing that
what
too.
are they called? Is there a name for those people?
Opportunists. There might be a few of the church.
Did you see everyone's face? You all of you went.
She set me up.
Opportunists? Wow. Okay. For sure, that's what they're called. Then. Well, now I know the meaning of the word.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, and there seems to be some of those, right? Like, yes.
Always.
Always.
In every industry, I believe.
Are we still excited? Are we still hopeful for the progression of this industry? Because, I mean, I am. I am tremendously coming out of COVID.
I don't know how we can not be, to be honest with you. I think we've learned a lot from mistakes that have done in the past.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're also going to learn a lot from the way the new countries set out the way they do things.
Right. As it's
And I'm hoping that Canada is willing to course correct, because we are doing some things wrong. And we're doing some things great. And, but when you're the leader of an industry, and we were the first ones to go, there's going to be mistakes to be made. But as long as we can learn from them and move forward and make things make sense, like the taxes, and I mean, we're in this, there's got to be a bit of profitability in there, or else why is anybody doing anything?
Right.
So
it's not a hobby.
it's not a right. I do it at home for a hobby, but I'm not going to launch it, right?
hobby.
So I mean, I think it's really important that we're willing to learn from the mistakes and kind of just move forward. But I see a lot of great progression. I mean, I think some really great people are getting into the industry that didn't have a platform before. I think the growing of all of the, the edibles and the drinks. I mean, how exciting is this?
It's pretty exciting.
Really exciting.
I think
So
it's really exciting.
I think
the innovation of
I think there's a lot more to come.
what hasn't even been thought of yet. I'm
Sure.
so
Absolutely
excited.
agree.
And as we expand and globally and more federal legalization and some compliant government more and more getting it's shocking to me when I read like the press releases or tweets from someone that's abroad and then of what's happening in government or what's being said. I'm like, wow, like to think what's becoming common knowledge, like common talk to us. I'm almost naive to it because it's what we do all day, every day. About what it actually means globally and what's happening in the world.
I was talking to Dave and Brianna Martin earlier, friends of the show as well, of course, Jackie. And we were talking about, Dave brought the analogy up with the kind of the tech and the internet kind of timing. And at some period early in, let's say, Apple's existence, there was real question marks. There was the depression of stock prices. Everyone was saying, is this internet thing going to actually be a thing? Is it going to keep going? And there was a period, in a way, similar to the period that we're going through right now, the kind of darker clouds, a little bit of depression around. But look what happened. So I feel very similarly, and I love that analogy with the cannabis industry. It is tough. We have got some headwinds, but there is such a lot to go, and so much kind of opportunity is out there. So I'm very bullish about where we're going, but I know we're in a tough time now, and now's the time. Tighten the belt, make things efficient.
That's right.
Really dial in everything you can. Work together, partner together.
Work together.
Big and small sometimes even have to also work together. Pull the ideas. We will get through this as an industry and be stronger, and we'll serve our communities and the patients
together,
which we need to do together, of course.
What do you think, David, about like Canada being a world leader in the cannabis space, like, are we still having that strong momentum? Like, I know you personally, you know, helped create a lot of the regulations, and like you went through it when they didn't say what it is you have to do, where you had to just kind of do it and then see if that's
for the
okay.
best.
You know what I
Over the
mean?
best. Hope
good
he's
old
not
days.
down away
Seriously,
somewhere.
yeah, that's interesting times.
So
back
do
then.
you think that like Canada is, are they dropping the ball? Like, I guess what I'm afraid of is, like, say the US went federally legal next year, and do you think that they will, you know, fly past us, or like, what is your thoughts there about like the government and like how we can, you know, maintain our lead because we legalized
Yes.
first?
Yeah, no,
Good
for sure.
question.
I mean, I really think that the export of Canadian knowledge and talent, etc., it does happen. It happens a little quietly, like we don't hear a lot about it. I'm amazed how often I go to work on global projects in countries around the world, and I'm coming across Canadians, I'm coming across Canadian investors, Canadian cultivators. There's way more than anyone knows. So
Nice.
I believe that the Canadian system was set up, it was the kind of first out of the gate, really, in a larger nation, and some things got screwed up. There were mistakes made. They had to be very conservative, and they constrained the industry and made it difficult. But it is improving. It's not where it needs to be yet. There has been some loosening. There has been some improvements. And I believe these other governments, and I've spoken to a few of them, they've asked me directly, what have you learned in Canada? Like, you guys did this, did that work?
Right.
And Health Canada actually is very collaborative. I've actually linked Health Canada up with a few foreign countries, the health departments, and they're talking about what did you learn and this and that. So I feel great about how other countries are going to learn from what we did, but I also think it's going to come back around full circle. And there is a review of the Cannabis Act coming up. It's late, but it will happen in the next 6 months to a year. And I am confident that we are going to see some relief in terms of that, and also the Excise Act. I'm again bullish on some changes coming. I think the government has to listen to us with what the industry is going through right now.
The government has to listen to us.
Bang the table.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That would be so phenomenal.
It was said here.
It was said here first by David Hyde. They have to listen. No more. Who's next to legalize?
Well, Costa Rica just legalized very recently.
So many reasons
Malaysia
to get the hell out of
now-
here.
Hey, I think we should go and share our knowledge, Jackie.
There we
right?
go.
Definitely. Yeah, might need a couple of
I'd
weeks
like
out
to
there.
go too.
Oh,
Yeah, no, we
share
need
your knowledge.
The more people, the better. Absolutely.
You
Lots
can
of
help us share
perspectives.
knowledge for sure. In Costa Rica, I've got outfits for both of us.
I'm ready. I'm
All right.
ready.
When do you launch your cannabis works?
Well, you know what? We're kind of doing a soft launch right now. We're in the beta testing stage, so we're trying things out. We want some input and some insights from anybody that wants to log on and let us know
And how
what we
do
should be doing.
Cannabis market space.
Cannabis market space.
.com.
.com.
Yeah.
And you have socials as well, or is there?
Yeah, we're gonna be putting out this week on LinkedIn and on Twitter. So look out for
Okay.
us there. We plan on coming out with a big force, and it's a.
I think they're
going
gonna really launch it at the conference, Jackie.
Maybe. Oh
It-
yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
Timing.
I'm looking forward to that
June
conference.
15th, June
Very
15th
much.
and 16th in London, Ontario. Our conference that we've mentioned that David and Pauline will be at as
We're
well.
gonna be there.
B Square.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
big supporters. So
Must
maybe
attend.
we'll have the launch party for the cannabis workspace.
I love the idea.
Cannabis market
Market
space.
space.
Dot
Yeah,
com.
you got it.
CannabisMarketSpace.com.
List, find, connect. That's our tag.
Oh,
That's
List,
what we're
nice.
doing.
find, connect.
Love
List,
it.
find, connect.
Oh, I
It's
like
brilliant.
that. And David, where can we find you?
Yeah, so www.hydeadvisory.com for our cannabis M&A and merging type businesses. It's www.CannaNavigators.com for our consulting,
CannaNavigators. I like that
psychedelics
name
and
a
cannabis
lot.
consulting. And then it's www.cannabisglobalconsultants.com for our new global cannabis consulting launch that's just happening right now.
God, you sound like a really busy guy.
So busy. I mean,
We hardly ever see each other.
yeah, between your projects
Good
and
thing
your
we work
travel,
together.
Yeah, good thing you work together. Thank
It
you
is.
both for joining us so much on the Green Room. Derek, that was great. Fun
It was
talk.
great.
Thanks
It's always
for
great
having us.
talking to David,
And we look-
now we've met his wife,
very
and
kind.
yeah, it's awesome. David's an amazing man who's gone through. I remember the first time we interviewed him at Cannabis, and he was just into so much, but he always takes the time to check in with us and explain what's going on.
I agree. My first couple interviews and my first part stuff in the space, I was like, okay, I gotta talk to this guy, I gotta talk to that guy. He's always been so lovely and really fun and interesting and fun. And then we obviously around the same age, and we always, I don't know, I just can tell, like, you're fun. You're really fun. I love when people are fun and they have passion and love for the industry as well. Of course, I adore Pauline. And thank you so much for being on the green room.
Pleasure. Thanks for having us, guys. What a fun time.
Thanks so much.
We'll see you guys in a couple weeks.
Congrats on everything, and we'll see you in London.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.